In a world where the sharpness of your sword decided your worth, where mighty warriors were celebrated as heroes, one boy broke the system. While others trained for glorious battle, he secretly forged machines that could rewrite the very laws of reality. And when his groundbreaking invention outclassed the technology of every kingdom combined, they had no choice but to crown him. He became the first and only S-rank engineer in history. But as he would soon learn, absolute power attracts the most dangerous enemies. This is the story of Ren Arclight. Born seemingly talentless, he was the laughingstock of his village. In a world brimming with magic and martial prowess, Ren had none. His combat ability was zero, he couldn't cast a single spell, and his status points were the weakest anyone had ever seen. Everyone believed he was destined for a life of obscurity, a footnote in the grand history of warriors and mages. But hidden deep within him, beneath the surface of mediocrity, was a gift far rarer and more potent than any magic, a mind that could build what others couldn't even dare to imagine. While his peers spent their days practicing sword forms and chanting incantations, Ren was hunched over parchment, sketching in secret. His blueprints were a language no one else could understand, designs for impossible weapons, revolutionary gadgets, and engines that defied the known principles of physics. Each drawing, each calculation, was a step further beyond his world's primitive technology. He wasn't just building tools, he was laying the foundation for a new era. His workshop, a hidden corner of an old barn, was a sanctuary of genius where the future was being forged in silence. He knew that one day, his creations would speak louder than any sword. The turning point, the moment that would shatter the world's perception of him, came with the completion of his magnum opus, the Ether Reactor. It was a device spoken of only in legends, a machine capable of producing infinite, clean energy from the very fabric of the cosmos. Every scientist and scholar had declared it an impossibility, a fool's dream. But for Ren, it was just another problem to be solved. When he finally flipped the switch, a pillar of pure, white light erupted from his workshop, piercing the heavens and reaching the distant capital city. In the royal palace, nobles trembled, their power suddenly feeling fragile. In the academies, esteemed scientists fainted from the sheer shock of witnessing the impossible. The news spread like wildfire, and the Global Engineering Guild, the highest authority on technology, convened an emergency session. Their verdict was swift and unanimous, broadcast across the continent. Ren Arclight was to be awarded a new, unprecedented rank, one reserved only for gods and myths. He was now S-rank. Glory, however, is a flame that attracts moths and monsters alike. With his new title came unprecedented danger. The three major kingdoms, each vying for supremacy, immediately began plotting to seize his technology, by persuasion or by force. A clandestine organization known as the Shadow Syndicate, which thrived on controlling the world from the darkness, marked him for assassination, viewing his independent power as a direct threat to their influence. To make matters worse, the immense energy surge from the Ether Reactor awakened ancient, slumbering guardians, colossal beings tasked with protecting Forbidden's relics from ages past. They saw Ren's power as a cataclysmic force that needed to be neutralized. A lesser man would have crumbled under the pressure, but Ren didn't panic. He didn't run. Instead, he built more. He had anticipated this. His mind raced, translating threats into engineering challenges. He constructed an army of fully autonomous mechanical soldiers, their metallic bodies gleaming under the sun, ready to execute his every command. He forged floating shield drones that could intercept any attack with pinpoint precision, creating an impenetrable fortress around him. And for himself, he crafted an energy blade, a weapon humming with the power of his reactor, capable of slicing through enchanted steel as if it were paper. The world wanted to tear him down, so he transformed himself into an army of one, a fortress of ingenuity. His engineering was no longer just for creation, it was now his sword and shield. The world would get its first true taste of his power during the surprise invasion of the Northern Kingdom. As enemy legions poured across the border, overwhelming the kingdom's defenses, a single, towering figure appeared on the horizon. It was Ren's ultimate masterpiece, a fully autonomous, Titan-class mech he called the Arbiter. It stood taller than any castle wall, its frame a symphony of advanced alloys and glowing power conduits. With a single, earth-shattering punch, the ground buckled. A massive crater swallowed a huge chunk of the invading army, the shockwave alone sending the rest into a panicked retreat. The battle was over before it had truly begun. In that moment of awe and terror, everyone finally understood. Ren Arclight wasn't just some clever engineer. He was the future. He was a force of nature, a one-man apocalypse. Now, the game has changed. Every nation, every guild, every hidden power is scrambling to either control him or destroy him before he grows even more powerful. Alliances are forged and broken overnight, all centered around the boy, who was once a nobody. But Ren remains focused, his ambition soaring far beyond their petty squabbles. He has a singular goal, the true purpose behind all his work, to build a machine capable of rewriting destiny itself. Because the world may have given him nothing but scorn and weakness, but his inventions will give him everything he could ever desire. The boy who started with nothing is now on the verge of becoming a god of his own making, and he will let no one stand in his way. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And get ready, because next time, we'll witness the S-rank engineer go head-to-head with the legendary Forbidden's Relic Guardian. You won't want to miss it.